Look. Sometimes it just is what it is. Camron is in the world of trouble. You got Jim Jones calling him out. Chad Ochocinco calling them out. I mean, this is just getting downright crazy. Um, Cam, he really been barking up this tree for a while. Cam goes on, it is what it is, and he does say some outlandish statements. They mix, obviously, sports analysts, talk with a little bit of just being and just antagonizing people and Cam and Mace, they put some aggression with it. They put that Harlem swag. It's almost like it's just they taking the gloves off on people. So when you hear him say the things about Jim, when he talking about, we gonna break it all down, y'all, because he talked about people getting sent away. Chad Ochocinco, it was a deal that didn't go through. Chad was supposed to be on It Is What It Is. We all knew that they was very ambitious. And it is what it is at the end of the day. That's just what happens sometime in business. Let's get to Jim Jones. We all know Capo status. You already know it's Flight Sports TV. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports for more news, updates, and more. Now, Cam went on It Is What It Is and put out a rant on Jim on his return, or with him and Mace's return. They was on vacation or whatever. They come back with a banger, a million and some change. I don't even know where it's at now. It might be 2 million right now, but in a million in a day, when you just went off on Jim, just went off on him. Mind you, Jim got records floating all through New York City. He still, got songs out, and songs are charting pretty well. You got a record running around New York. So you got an anthem, up in Harlem. So it's just so you got Jim still making music, and making an impact there. Cam obviously has moved on to another realm. But during this rant, obviously you ain't from Harlem. I think that was it. It was whatever. But what people don't understand is the closing part of Cam's situation when he said, you know, this is where he was talking to Jim. When he talked about Max going away for 75. Anybody that don't know Max, that's Max B, Max Bigavelli. We all know it was a lot of transgressions. Anybody that knows that story, Max, he wanted them. I don't know what exactly went on with the case, but when you talk about what went on, Max was a guy who wanted to have the money that these artists had at the time, where it was reports where Jim was paying them like $300 a show. I mean, if I forgot exactly what it was, but it was downright bad. You talk about Stack Bundles no longer being here with us. He didn't get too much in the stacks, but he definitely brought up Mel Matrix. Everybody knows that Mel Matrix and Jim Jones. I mean, they are like Ace Boone Coons. We just got to keep it real there. Um, Clearly, for whatever reason, he talked about that. Jim has been on record of saying that Mel Matrix is his heart. We don't know what went on. Mel could have very well took a case for Jim Jones. Jim name in and no paperwork. A lot of people say this, they say that. I'm not here to judge that. I'm just going off what I said. But what Cam said, that sparked a lot. That's why you got Jim wanting to fight, you know, um, Camron for 10 million in a boxing match, celebrity boxing. You talked about Jaja. Mind you, Jim had the, and we talk about when they separated, Bird Gang. I mean, when Dipset separated, Jewels has Skull Gang. Obviously, Cam had UN. He had all this down the third. Vado, Jim had Bird Gang. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. Jim Jones's label, Bird Gang, was better than all of them. The artist Jim brought to the table was better than any artist that Cam brought to the table, any artist that Jewels brought to the table. So we got to keep it 100 there. Jim is just musically inclined, so no matter what they try to say, Jim got an ear for talent. Stacks was better than Votto. Max was better than Votto. Votto was really good. But I'm just saying, and we ain't gonna get in the skull gang. But we getting off track here. Jim do need his respect, and Jim obviously work out. And let's see what Cam say. Cam pick up a lot of stories. This is sports. He didn't say let's go to the street, let's do this. He challenged you to a celebrity boxing exhibition. We all know a lot of athletes have went in there and got embarrassed or whatever. Let's get into Chad Ochocinco for a second. Now, Chad Ochocinco said, "Yo, listen, he dropped his low anywhere it go." Now, Cam went on there, like I said, he mixed a little blend of sports analyst with some aggressive nature. He come out on Chad or right on the internet and say, "Yo, I don't really, deal with you like that." And he didn't say deal with you. Some of the words that he's saying, these are almost like, "Yo, let's go outside and let's do this thing." The way they talking. So I could understand how somebody could say that. And shout out to Harlem. Everybody from Harlem don't move like this, and that you heard Chad say that he got relationships with people from Harlem and they don't conduct themselves like this. Now, it's not the to come at Cam and them, because Cam is doing incredible things. We know what he does musically. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you he's not a legend. He's a legendary rapper in my opinion. Dipset. Let's keep it one. The Diplomats. That's a legendary group. We ain't gonna get into it. But we just talking sports analysts. So I don't know what happened here business wise. You see Cam said talk to Mark Jackson, talk to all of the people that they have with him, that have been signed, and he's taking care of them. He's on record of saying that what he's paying Michael Irvin and Mark Jackson is more than what he's getting with Shannon Sharp. So clearly they had a business situation that went left. Clearly it was a miscommunication. You got Chad saying Cam couldn't afford him. Cam and them, they all with underdog fantasy. I'm pretty sure they could have came up with the resources to get him. But he went in another direction. Cam has done things like this before, I'm pretty sure, in business. But to just come out of left field and I don't really mess with you like that, he could have just kept it with Stephen A. and what he said and how outlandish it was. But then it got downright vicious, So obviously Chad wasn't feeling it. You got Shannon Sharp. They are competing at a high level. You see this on your normal day to day at a regular YouTubers, and now you're seeing them competing at a higher level. It's competitive, and they are bumping heads out there. All of these people with a podcast, all of these people with a YouTube channel, everybody. Like I said, back in the days, it used to be we all fighting to get on TNT inside the NBA. Those days are numbered. Everybody is doing something on YouTube. Everybody's trying to get in that space, so the space is getting crowded, especially for these athletes, entertainers that's trying to get into the field, and like I said, I don't know if I believe it's enough for everybody. But when you got on the one channel blitzing with the numbers, the other people looking like, man, why we not? And then before you know it, you ain't like us. My accolades, and it just like, come on, man. Let's just put out good content and let the people do what the people gonna do. But what Cam gonna say about this? Because they were very direct to Cam. Is he gonna wiggle out of this? Is Mace gonna giggle out of this? It's Flight Sports TV. Let's politic. You already know what it is.